And lastly, the hot topic, Sandeep, Pegasus. What's your take on it?
Well, we got 6 samples of Pegasus from a company called CloudSec, and we analyzed it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and our analysis showed that this so out of 6, two were, 4 were distinct, other were duplicates. So
Okay.
this 4, they all have this thing that what they do is they root the phone, they take permission for everything, they register a broadcast receiver in the phone so they can get all the SMSs and all other events that are coming, going and coming back and forth between apps. And then it basically takes over your phone and it can do anything
Yep.
it wants. And the question then is that the delivery mechanism is zero click, which means that the user doesn't have to do click a
Click.
link or download something and all that stuff. Now, yesterday I was in a panel where some political analyst was trying to tell me that spying has been there all the time, and therefore phone tapping was there in previous generation governments and all that stuff. So therefore, it's not a it's something that not a big deal. Now, to me, that is very very poor comparison,
Concerning.
because phone tapping used to happen by the phone companies, because if everything was analog, or even during digital, all the data was going plain, in the plane, no encryption, so you anybody can record it, and then
Yeah.
it can give it to anybody they want. The This one actually, let's say you expect, you think that I am doing anti-national activity or something, and then still you have no right to know about my girlfriend or boyfriend,
Yeah.
or and the pictures they exchange, or the letters they exchange, or my other details. You can listen to when somebody is speaking to a suspected terrorist,
Yeah.
in the worst case. But in this case, you are actually completely, and you can turn on camera and microphone, so you can see my private moments. You can
Yeah.
also see when I meet somebody, who I am meeting, and all that stuff.
It's
That
like a
is
window to your house. You can just,
right.
yeah.
So it's worse than a window to your multiple windows to your house, and basically, and they end up spy behind you all the time,
True.
right?
True.
So basically a spy in your pocket. So therefore, I think that that kind of privacy breach should not be allowed by any law.
Mm-hmm.
So first is there has to be a legal regime change, but I feel that there has to be more than that. There has to be more than that, because the problem I feel is that there has been there this cyber weapons, the weaponizing of the vulnerabilities in software. This Nicole Perrot's book actually has 500 pages of its evolution and how it is and all that stuff. But I think that this should be UN should come together, bring together countries to actually put a moratorium on that. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what actually Snowden said recently, that this is not a problem we can solve technologically or even nationally, because if a nation doesn't do it, its neighboring nation can do it on its ministers and defense personnel and all that stuff. So there has to be some international movement in terms of like a nuclear moratorium or nuclear non-proliferation. So that's why the company, it's like people who export these tools and technology should be held to account to for this. So Israel is doing the right thing by actually investigating this. New Zealand, sorry, the France is investigating this, but our government somehow says that it is not worth investigating because it's hearsay. But the problem is that some of the phones have been tested by the Amnesty's lab, and
Mm-hmm.
they have been found to have been compromised by Pegasus. The question is, then let's assume that the government didn't have anything to do with it. Then it is even worse, because then it means that either some rogue
Yeah.
personnel within the government is doing it without permission, or it is being done by neighboring countries. In either case, this is a national security issue.
Yeah, sure.
So
Mhm.
if it is a national security issue, it needs investigation, thorough investigation about who is doing it, why they're doing it, and what kind of data they have gathered. Because some of them are politicians, some of them are Supreme Court judges, and even some are apparently ministers and all that stuff. So this is a national security problem, and we should treat it as such rather than saying that this is
Worth
not a problem.
it.
So I
Mhm.
think that is my take on this.
Well, thank you so much, Sandeep. It was wonderful talking to you, and thank you so much for your valuable time today.
Sure.
And thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with our viewers. It has been a great conversation with you, and I wish you all the best. And thank you so much for your time today.